Welcome to Practice Test 7 version B. Today we're going to go over what you did. Hopefully you did well. This is the second time around and practice makes perfect. So SpongeBob is making a triangular bed, of course, with a base of 10 feet. And the perpendicular distance, that means it forms a right angle, from the base of the frame to its vertex is 8 feet. Well, that sounds like the definition of the height of a triangle. So let's draw this thing. There's my perpendicular distance. The base is 10 feet. The perpendicular distance is 8 feet. I need my formula if I want full credit. 1/2 base height, because it's a triangle. 1/2 10 times 8 is, 1/2 of 10 is 5, and 5 times 8 is 40 feet squared. Circle my answer. All right, we got these two figures here, and we want to find the area of the, on your paper it was gray. I'm going to keep it gray or gray. There's actually two proper spellings for that in the dictionary if you look it up. All right, so anyway, we want to find the area of the shaded area. Actually, in our video here, it's green. To get the idea. All right, so the big thing is we're going to call A. The little thing we're going to call B. So the area of A is base times height is 18 times 36. And I get 648 inches squared. Area of shape B is 1/2. Base height is 1/2. 9 times, well, what is that? And I get 567 inches squared. Okay, here we go. We got this park that's shaped like a trapezoid, and the shortest side of the park has the same dimension as the height. A dimension is just a length or a width or something. So there's the height is 15, so this has to be 15. Well, if this is 15, and those are 2 each, well, 15 plus 2 is 17 plus 2 is 19 miles. Okay, so now I have two triangles and I have a rectangle. Well, look at this. If I take this triangle right here and I cut it off and I move it over to the other side, I need to rotate it and I need to flip it, right? I'm going to flip, flip, left and right. And I put it right there. And what do I get? I get a big rectangle. I get this rectangle right here, right there. And the dimensions of that are 15 high. And I have 15 plus 2 more. It's 17. It's 17 in this dimension. So I can do area is base times height is 15 times 17. Doing that math, I get 255 miles squared. You would have gotten the same answer if you had done the triangles separately and then the rectangle and put all three things together. It's just sometimes you can save yourself a little work if you are clever about decomposing and recomposing some of these shapes. All right, we got a parallelogram. The area of a parallelogram is just base times height, because I could take this triangle and move it right here and make a rectangle, which is base times height, length times width. 12 times 4 is 48 centimeters squared, just like that. All right, Gilgamesh drew a model on a grid paper of a pentagon-shaped mirror he wants to build. And so remember, what's up? Something like that. Anyway, sideways, up and down. X, then Y. That's how we do our points. Sideways 1, up 1, right there. Sideways 1, up 5, right there. Got those two done. Sideways 5, up 8, right there. Sideways 9, up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. And 9, 1, right there. You can see we have, again, a pentagon shape. There it is. And now I need to find the area of it. The thing that makes sense to me is to cut it into a triangle and a rectangle. Now looking at this, I have a height here of 1, 2, 3 units, but every grid point is 2 inches. So I'm going to label that height 6. And again, we come over here sideways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 2 is 16. Is that dimension? And my height is 2, 4, 6. That's 8. So there's all my dimensions. And I'll call the rectangle A. I'll call the triangle B. So area of A is base times height. Look at the formulas I wrote. It is 8 times 16. Multiply that together, I get 128. And that would be inches squared. Area B is 1/2. Base times height is 1/2. 16 times 6. Half of 16 is 8, and 8 times 6 is 48 inches squared. The total area total, is area A plus area B, is 128 plus 48, is 176 inches squared. All right, now we have volume of a rectangular prism. Okay, we know volume is length times width times height. It tells me these dimensions. And there we go. Now I got to do the calculations. And when I do it, I get 224 4/10 feet cubed. That's cubed, right? Because it's volume. All right, we need to find the surface area of this triangular prism. Remember, the surface area is the area of the surfaces. So let's draw a net. First, I want to start with the bottom of my prism. So it's not the base, right? It's not the base, it's just the bottom. And that is 20 units by 8 units. See? 20 units by 8 units. And that's a rectangle. Next, I'm going to move to, I don't know what you want to call it, maybe the ramp right here, this shape right here. That's also a rectangle. And that is 20 by 10. So here we go. There it is. And now I'm going to go to the back. And the back is also 20, but it's the other dimension is 6, right? And those are my 3 rectangles. And then I have some triangles there. They kind of go something like this, with a 6 and a 6. And now I have my 5 shapes. Now I could calculate the area of all 5 of those and add them up. But let's be a little more clever about this. Let's see if we can rearrange some of the things. The first thing I notice is that this triangle, maybe I could cut that off, and it should match right here and make a rectangle, right? And that's a 6 by 8 rectangle now, and this is gone. I also can go ahead and, let's maybe make that color. I can just consider this one big rectangle, right? One big rectangle that has a side of 20, and this is 6 plus 8 is 14, plus 10 is 24. That's that whole dimension. So now I have 2 shapes. I have the big rectangle and the little rectangle to work with. We'll call this A, we'll call this B. Area of A is base times height, is 24 times 20. 2 times 24 is 48. With a 0 is 480. Area B is another base times height, is 6 times 8 is 48. The area total is the sum of those is 480 plus 48, and that is 528 millimeters squared. What figure does this net form when you fold it? Well, looks to me like I have triangular sides. That leads me to believe pyramid. And if you folded these up towards the center, you would get this is the base, so that's a rectangular, because the base is a rectangle, pyramid, because it comes to a point. Okay, surface area of the square pyramid. Well, I have the square, which is a 5 by 5. And then I have my lateral faces that are all triangles that have a height of 9. So I have shape A, the square, and shape B, the triangle. And I have 4 triangles. So my area total is going to be area A plus 4 area B's. There's the area of shape A, that square in the middle. And I'm going to do 4 area B's all at once. I need 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. That way that 4 and that half will work together to make my calculations a little easier. So I get 4 over 1 times 1 over 2. My base is 5 and my height is 9. These cancel out. I get 2 times 5 times 9, which is 5 times 9 is 45, times 2 is 90. So then my whole area then is going to be, from before, 1 of the area A's, plus 90, that's 4 of the area B's, and I get 115 millimeters squared. There you go. All right, I guess no one watches Happy Days anymore. That's what I'm hearing. Well, anyway, there's Potsy Weber, and he is happy to see you. So he wants to make a rectangular box with 10-inch high sides, and we want it to be a 12 by 18-inch box. So here we go. Here's my 18, 12, and all the sides are 10 inches high. And so I really have 3 different shapes. I have the middle, I have 2 of this dimension, and I have 2 of this dimension. And there's some potential for combining some rectangles, right? I could combine this way and put the C's together. I could go this way and put the B's together. I'm just going to do them separately here just to avoid some confusion. So I need to find area of A, which is base times height, which is 18 times 12, which is 216. I have area B, which is also base times height, which is 10 times 12, which is 120. I have area of C, which is also base times height, which is 10 times 18, which is 180. And my total area is going to be an area A plus 2 B's plus 2 C's, and then we just need to total all that up. And so Potsy needs 816 square inches of wood. Does he have this? Well, we have to find out how much wood he has. And it says the piece of wood that he has is 20 by 40, 20 inches by 40 inches. So that's base times height is 20 times 40. 2 times 4 is 8. With 2 zeros, he has 800 inches squared. So you can see he doesn't have enough. He doesn't have enough wood. So not enough wood. 816 inches squared is greater than 800 inches squared. Sorry, Potsy. And that's it for the test. If you have questions, please reach out. Try and give you a hand. And good luck.